corruption is a crime against humanity. If you break the law will break you. ICPC, committed to a corruption-free Nigeria.
Budget control is a formal statement. Are we together? You need to come up with your own agenda, which is to be reduced into objective, and the objective to be reduced into activities. And this is what makes up your budget. This is what gives you a guide on where you are going. Are we together? Are we together? Because if you can't get it clear from here, my being here is wasted. It's what I want to deliver to you, to allow you to see if you can make a change you are desiring. You must come up as a local government chairman. You must come up as a councillor in your ward to come up with agenda. What is your agenda? That your agenda must be reduced into objective. And that objective has to be reduced into activity. And when that activities are correlated, it becomes your budget. Are we together? Are we together? It is through this agenda that you look at to ask questions. Any budgetary provision, we ask these questions. But you didn't ask yourself, did you have agenda? When somebody brings an approval for you to make, you say, anyone you don't want to approve, you say, any budgetary provision, is it in our budget? These things we are calling agenda is what guides you. For example, the criticisms we are having of Mr. President is based on his transformation agenda. That these things are not working, these are not working. Is it the transformation we want? You are trying to remind him that the objective he has set for himself is not going the way you are expecting it. But to him, he's telling you he has his own objective, and he's sure at the end of his tenure that he will deliver his objective. I don't want to take you into various types of budgeting because this is not a school environment. But I want to say the one that pertains to you. The one that pertains to you is what we call the one in folk. What is working now? What is working now is what we call the budget program budgeting. What is working now is what? Program budgeting. Do you know what is program budgeting? Program budgeting are those set of objectives that are reduced into activities. Are we there? Program what? Budgeting. Let me make it understand for you. You now say, our budget is on roads. Our budget is on light. Our budget is on health. Do you get it? So when you have made that focus, when you are sending what we call circular. Call circular is that memo given by chief executive directing other departments and units around them that are involved in as a cost centers to prepare a budget. Are we there? Some of you don't know what we call circular. The budget preparation starts with what we call circular. That is a memo emanating from the chief executive, giving a guide on how your budget should be prepared. What will be your focus of your budget? It is through that call circular you submit the estimate. Know very well that budget is a plan. You cannot predict tomorrow. And that is why we have what we call variance analysis. That variance analysis will tell you if you are in line with what we have expected to do, or there is a change, what brought about the change, and what is the solution to correct the change. So, when we are talking about program budgeting, we are talking about a program-based budget. You are not saying, I want 10 million. You are not saying, I want 20 million. You are not saying, I want road, I want light, I want water. This is what is important to local government chairmen.